Hello, Scorpio. Elsie showing up here with a bonus read. How you doing, Scorpio? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Thought I'd come and throw some energy for you as a bonus read before we carry on with the new week. Let's find out what's going on for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, please remember that I am reading for all of those placements, so it's not just Scorpio Sun that's going to be viewing this reading. And yeah, let's find out what's going on. We're going to let the universe pick a topic. Tell me what's going on for Scorpio, for the collective of Scorpio. Tell me what is going on for my sister sign. I'm a Taurus, so you're opposite end of the astrological wheel for me. Totally my jam. Yeah, I understand you more than you know. All right. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Tell me what's going on here, Scorpio. Six of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody here wants to work on some sort of reciprocal energy. It feels like you're looking over something, collecting data, trying to get very familiar with the analytics. It feels like you're being very practical about how you're using your time effectively to possibly slip into the Six of Pentacles energy. It does feel like you want to give somebody reciprocal energy, but you're trying to be really practical about the way that you do that. It does feel like you are feeling like it is something that you need to work on. Maybe you feel like you need to work on giving somebody reciprocal energy. We've got the Queen of Wands here. It feels like you're probably about to make a big, bold move. That is... I feel like it feels like you have to do it. I feel like you're doing it grudgingly. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like you're doing it grudgingly. And I don't feel like you want to do it right now. It feels like that's why you've been maybe focusing on work, maybe keeping yourself busy with work, working on yourself. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles here. Tell me more. We've got the Page of Swords. Got the Three of Cups, so you are gathering data, my friend. It seems to me that you're very curious about whether someone from your social group or someone you met socially, it feels like you met somebody in a place of celebration, or you only maybe see this person when you're out celebrating. So they could be part of a person who is in your soul tribe or connected to someone that you know with these practical energies here. It feels like you give this person reciprocal energy when you are out being social, but I don't think that this is someone that you speak outside of the social time. That's what it feels like. It feels like here that you might be attracted to this person possibly, but you don't speak to them outside of the social interaction that you have with this person. It feels like you may be curious about the interaction. It feels like you're working on trying to give somebody your reciprocal energy that you wouldn't normally talk to outside of this social situation. I'll just give you a scenario. Like maybe this person is placed on your ball team. Maybe you do a social event with them. Maybe they show up to whatever it is that you have an interest in. Maybe you're a potter. Maybe you do some sort of class. It feels like this isn't a person that you would just connect with outside of that realm. It feels like it's done within the social group or within the socialization. It feels like within a group situation. I think that you're curious about whether this person even really needs your conversation or reciprocal energy. It feels like you do observe this person. Now, it could be online, it could be somewhere like that, but to me, Page of Swords is more like a talking, thinking kind of energy. So it feels like you do have conversation with this person when you see them in the social light. But I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that this is somebody here who presents as very well put together. They're very confident. They have a really good reputation in the social circle. This is somebody who I feel that you're very attracted to, is probably attracted to you. This person is attracting everything. I'm just going to say, if we're dealing with someone who is the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, that this is somebody who is in the most attractive energy in their life. They attract social circles. When they're in social circles, they attract certain people. This could be someone who is at your workplace. This could be someone who is your supervisor, your superior. She's on a horse. This person's sort of in the pits working. This could be someone who has a different level in your work life. Maybe this is a person from your work life. We've got the Devil energy here. It feels like you spend a lot of time working or a lot of time on work We've got the Seven of Swords. Look, I feel like what you're keeping hidden here, it feels the Seven of Swords to me is a feeling of concealment. It feels like what you are concealing here is the hope that you are going to see this person again. Maybe the only time you see them is when you're working on a certain project or when you're working. Maybe you only see them at work. Could be that. Doesn't have to be that for all of you, of course. Let's talk about the Six of Pentacles. I feel like it's like, how can I find a subject that would be something that this person who it feels like they have it all together, this person is probably someone who dresses really well, looks really good. Maybe you're attracted to them on the outside because of that, but I don't think it's just an external attraction. I feel like you're now trying to really think about, what do we have in common? Like, how can I give them reciprocal energy? I know this person's kind of practical. They're kind of fiery and fun. Tell me about that. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the King of Swords. Oh, very interesting. Okay. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. So there we go. I feel like you don't talk to this person on a regular basis, but I feel like it's a really good exchange when you do. I feel like the exchange is intellectual. I feel like this person sees you as being very smart. You see them as being highly intelligent. I feel like the excitement of them walking in the room isn't necessarily all about how they look. I feel like you get excited when this person walks in the room because you know you're going to be able to get a really intelligent conversation. You're going to be able to talk about the sun, the moon, the stars, right? You're going to be able to talk about all of it. And this person is always going to give you the goods. They're always going to be really honest with you. They're very truthful. This is a humanitarian kind of energy. Somebody who is, who doesn't have a front. They're a person who's very, I'm talking about Aquarius energy, right? Aquarius is always outside the box, a little bit of a weirdo. I love weirdos. I'm a weirdo, right? So a little bit of a weirdo. This is the person who sticks out, who doesn't look like everybody, who doesn't talk like everybody. And I feel like that's the attraction for you. I feel it's because they can meet you in a place intellectually. And I think you get a little bit excited it feels like excitement from the Page of Wands. You get a little bit excited when they walk in the room because you haven't talked to them in a while and they give you really intelligent back and forth conversation. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Magician. I'm going to talk about the Queen of Wands as though this is the person you're attracted to. The Queen of Wands can be feminine or masculine, right? We see a woman's body, but we don't know if there's feminine or masculine energy in there. Could be a man or a woman. So we've got the Ten of Swords. I feel like the reason that the Queen is on the horse is because this person has been through a lot of hardship. I feel like this person's been betrayed. They've been lied to. This person is... she's holding her wand in front of her for a reason. It's a bit of a boundary. So it feels like this person is someone who you feel is really hard to get close to because they seem maybe a little bit, I'm going to say, there's somebody who stays a little further back. I'm going to say like if you step forward, they step back. That's what it feels like. This person, it's because they're used to being hurt. They're used to being possibly mentally hurt, right? We've got the Two of Cups here and we've got the Ten of Swords. It tells me that this person has been betrayed in love or they've been betrayed in close relationships. This is somebody here who has learned to heal themselves, as the Magician stands here. They've learned to heal themselves. They've learned to create an environment by which they don't really get very close to people because when they get really close to people, they end up getting hurt. So this person they really guard their emotional energy. This is not someone who readily will give you their deep bonded energy. That's why the intellectual conversation is so good, because I feel like this person is somebody who loves to talk to new people, loves to jump into a conversation, gets very excited at that, but this is someone who is terribly guarded with their emotional energy. Got the King of Wands. So I feel like this person is on your level or you see them as a mirror. This person might mirror you. Maybe you learn a lot about yourself when this person is around. They might teach you a lot about yourself simply by the way that they mirror you. You also might be a person who's been very hurt in love. Now, if that's the mirror that we're looking at here and the Fool, it almost feels like you get excited or exhilarated about maybe thoughts about jumping into something with this person. Maybe it's romantic for you. Maybe it's friendship for you. But I feel like the King of Wands wants to pursue with the Fool card here. But I feel like you're taking your time. And I feel it's because the mirror that you two share is this. I feel that both of you have been betrayed. Betrayed in love. Yeah. It feels like you've been betrayed by maybe people who called you their best friend or people that you've been really bonded to. Let's talk more. Let's talk about this Three of Cups. What about this social situation? I feel like you're going to be reunited with this person again. And I feel like it won't take long for you to get back into this place where you're speaking to them. I think that this person is very confident. Very fiery. Person can take care of themselves. They don't really need another human to take care of them. They are sovereign. This is the pre-Empress energy. Tell me more. We've got the Death card. We've got the Strength card. So you're trying to find the courage to speak to this person outside of the group. It feels like the next time that you see them, Scorpio, I feel like you want to try and transform the communication or the way that you communicate with them. So maybe you're going to ask them for their number. Maybe you're going to say, how do I get a hold of you? Again, it feels like that you're planting some sort of a seed. I want to say that this Death card is here. Transformation in the social group. This could be a little bit of a scary thing as well, because if this person is part of your social group and then it doesn't work out, right, then it can be a little bit tense. I feel like that's the reason. If there's any reason that you might be holding back, that might be the reason that you're doing it, that you're trying to find the courage to transform the situation with this person. And maybe you want to start seeing them outside of your social group. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. You might be wanting to give them an offer. Maybe something like, can we try something? Can we start something? Can we go out together? Can we get to know each other? I feel like you watch this person. I feel like you could be watching them online, in the neighborhood, in the social group. I don't think it's a stalkerish way, but I feel like this is someone that you want to get to know better, that you're very curious about how they make their money, where they get their stability. Why are they so confident? We've got the Six of Wands. Ooh, the Tower's here. And then we've got the Five of Wands. I feel like there's probably a lot of competition for this person. Maybe you know it. Maybe you see it in the social group, that a lot of people like to talk to this person, want to get their energy. This person is somebody that others cheer on, or they stick out in a room. Everybody gets excited, or they make people laugh. Everybody gets excited when they're around. I'm just looking at the Six of Wands. This is a person who I feel is someone who keeps people at a distance, but I also feel like they are somebody who is who's used to having the spotlight on them. So they might be someone who does something public for a living. Maybe they're a public speaker, or maybe they're used to being at the front of the line or the face of the business or something like that. They could be a business owner, right? This person on this card is. Now the Tower is here, and I feel like I think that you're about to face some sort of a tower, because I feel like outside of you, someone else is going to start pursuing this person. And it's going to cause a tower. It's going to cause a shift in how you see things. Because right now I feel like if you are planning on pursuing somebody here, I feel like whether they are a man or a woman, if you're planning on pursuing them here, it feels like you get sort of an awakening or a shift, a realization that you're not the only one pursuing them. So I'm going to say that if you are going to pursue them, you better learn to speak your mind, my friend. And I feel like this is outside of your comfort zone. I'm just going to say with the Four of Cups here, it feels like you're used to staying at home or you're used to, maybe you've lived a life by yourself, or maybe you're a person who's not yet ready to maybe move forward into a relationship or something like that. But it does say that I feel like the Queen of Swords here tells me you need to liberate yourself from a comfort zone or from a place of being quiet, being alone, doing your thing. Because I feel like you're feeling a little bit like this is getting to be like a place of stagnancy. So I feel like it's going to depend on your comfort level. I feel like something is about to change. The Wheel of Fortune, bottom of the deck for me is the future, by the way. So something is about to change between you and them. There's the Empress. So I feel like maybe that is it. We are talking about you pursuing an Empress possibly. And this person is somebody who is going to keep their back to the action. They're going to let people pursue them, and they're going to communicate with them. I feel like you're going to realize pretty soon that this person is being pursued by other people. So if you want to be, if you're interested in pursuing someone, and you don't have to be, if you are someone who is in your masculine energy, you're the pursuer. Whether you're a woman or a man, women are in their masculine energy too. If you are pursuing, you are in your masculine energy. So if you are a person in your masculine energy, I think that you've been dragging your heels up till now to offer this person something with the Fool card and the Ace of Pentacles. You better do it, because someone else is going to take your place. Tell me about Scorpio. Tell me what the outcome is. If Scorpio decides to pursue, what's the outcome? We've got the Nine of Cups. I'm just saying, things fall into alignment. It's a happy time. I feel like I'm going to say that this person doesn't really need external validation. So this person is someone who stands sovereign. And what I mean when I say that, Scorpio, is that they're not going to need you. They don't need you in their back pocket. They're not going to need the morning and the night text. This is somebody who is in business, does their own thing, has a good reputation in their neighborhood. This is somebody who runs a business or is very busy in their own life, stacking away their pentacles, building themselves up, has just gone through a glow up of some sort. So I feel like this person is someone who doesn't need the external validation, but will welcome it, Knight of Cups, if you decide to give them the external validation. I feel like right now is you feeling a little bit in lack about what you have to offer. See, we're in 2026, man. Whoever's doing the pursuing needs to have more to offer than money, things, and stuff. You have to have, I'm not going to call it game, because I don't think it's game, but you have to be authentic. You have to have worked on yourself. And I'm not talking about just the gym, people. I'm talking about get yourself into psychology and get yourself right. Like, you have to start offering, like this person here, the Empress or the Pre-Empress energy doesn't really need anything from you but that, because they can already supply all their own material wealth. We got the Sun here. I think that's going to be part of your breakthrough, but I feel like you feel like, what can I offer them? I think that this person doesn't really need anything but someone to offer them something soft. I feel like the Knight of Cups is Piscean, soft, beautiful energy. Somebody who is interested in the Ten of Cups. One more card. Three of Wands. Look, you can have it in the future if you want, but it's got to start here with the Three of Pentacles. This is somebody that you know already, by the way. Like I said, they're in your social group. This is someone that you talk to once in a while. I don't think it's all the time, because the Four of Swords is in the reverse, but I feel like this is someone that you're building either a network with, or they're part of your network, or you trust them. It's cooperation, collaboration. It feels steady or sturdy, like we've already built some sort of foundation, but I feel like that foundation could really crumble here. If you don't decide to get out of this Hanged Man energy, if you don't get out of the pause and pursue, I feel like if you don't make that decision, my friend, it stays silent. Everything stays silent unless you decide to take a step forward here with the Eight of Wands in the future. Scorpio, I'm just going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, because I'm always back, Scorps. Take care of yourself. I'm out. Bye-bye.